For shoulder room, I'm a little bit more tight. This is the Corolla Cross, and this is the Corolla Sedan. This is the Corolla Cross, and this is the Corolla Sedan. Corolla Sedan, Corolla Cross. What's going on? It's Marcello back from Toyota World, and I'm here in front of our amazing dealership, Maple Toyota, to talk to you and compare with you two very cool vehicles. One is the 2021 Toyota Corolla Sedan versus the all-new 2022 Toyota Corolla Cross. And yes, that is a RAV4 behind me, also next to the Corolla Sedan in XLE all-wheel drive non-premium, but we're not going to exactly compare the RAV4 with the Corolla Cross and of course the Corolla. I already did that in one other video. I'm gonna leave a card up here so you guys can go back to it later and watch it. So let's actually get this RAV4 out of here right now. You know what, before I actually kick this RAV4 out of the equation, let me just give you a once over on the comparison from RAV4 size to Corolla Cross to Corolla Sedan, because I know some viewers will appreciate that. So here it goes. Okay, again, LE all-wheel drive Corolla Cross, brand new to the Toyota lineup. Corolla Sedan, RAV4 XLE. Let's take a quick look, guys, comparison-wise, of what these three vehicles look like next to each other. We're going to take a look at the front. We'll go over to the side profile also. Stand back just a little bit. So as you can see, the Corolla Sedan is drastically shorter than the RAV4 for sure. And of course, even the Corolla Cross. Now let's get a view from the back end, shall we? So here's our RAV4, our Corolla Sedan, and our Corolla Cross. So yes, the Corolla Cross kind of does look like the little sister of the RAV4, and then I guess the Corolla Sedan is kind of like the odd one out of the three. But let's go ahead and compare these two guys. Oh, and guys, one more thing before I go ahead on this review, don't forget to like this video if you've enjoyed it, and of course subscribe. There's about 90% of my viewers that aren't currently subscribed to the channel. Not sure why. Pause for just a second, go down, hit the subscribe button. You're not going to want to miss all the constant cool videos of your favorite Toyotas and updates, guys. Let's go ahead. Okay, everyone, there we have it. Now that the RAV4 is out of the equation, let's take a look side by side at these two beautiful vehicles, one being the sedan Corolla on the left, and on the right, of course, the all-new 2022 Corolla Cross. So at a first glance, you can tell quite noticeably, that the Corolla Cross is quite higher than the Corolla Sedan. And guys, I will be going over exact dimensions and specifications just ahead, so stay tuned. Okay, just to give you an idea of the Corolla Sedan with the doors open, I feel like the rear passenger door is a little bit of a smaller opening than the Corolla Cross is. I feel like the Corolla Sedan sits a little bit lower, and we'll find that out as soon as I give you guys the ground clearance specifications. But you know, it really depends on what kind of buyer you are and what purpose you're trying to achieve in getting either the Corolla sedan or the Corolla Cross, because they both have the name Corolla in them, but they're pretty different vehicles. So here's just a quick shot of the Corolla Cross with the doors open, front and back. And yeah, you can see, I mean, it's not too drastic, but you do have a little bit of a larger opening here to let your passengers in and out. Of course, I'll give you the dimensions, but the Corolla Cross does have a higher roof line, which allows for that. And it looks like there is a little bit more leg room and knee room for the rear passengers. Let's take a closer look at the rear seat of the Corolla sedan. So yes, definitely a little bit more of a narrow opening here on the door, much lower roof line, of course. The seats do look like they sit a little bit lower. And yeah, it looks like you just may have quite a bit more space on the Corolla Cross. Also, you'll notice on the Corolla Cross, it's different from a sedan. The roof line on the Corolla sedan slopes downwards, which is mainly because you have a separate trunk on a sedan versus the Corolla Cross. Yeah, lots of headroom on the Corolla Cross. As you can see here, the roof line just goes straight all the way to the back of the vehicle, allowing for lots of nice headroom and lots of nice height in the back seats of this vehicle. So yeah, this is a little bit of a drastic one. You do have quite a larger opening on the Corolla Cross for the trunk than you do the Corolla sedan. Of course, quite as deep, I should say, on the Corolla sedan than the Corolla Cross, and just about as wide. But yeah, you can't fit as much in here versus this guy. Take a look at that, guys. So this should definitely help you decide if you should be getting a Corolla sedan or a Corolla Cross. If you are carrying large cargo often, you know, strollers, whatever it is, the Corolla Cross will definitely accommodate with that very large opening on the trunk versus the sedan. Okay, so now that I just gave you a quick overview on size comparison from the Cross to the sedan Corolla, let's go ahead and give you actual dimensions and specifications. So the Corolla Cross comes in a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine that puts out 169 horsepower and can tow up to 1,500 pounds. And unlike the Corolla sedan, the Corolla Cross is offered in an all-wheel drive. Now, having said that, the Corolla sedan, in my opinion, is a little bit more customizable in terms of grading, trim levels, colors. I mean, comes in many different models, all the way from the L to the XSE, and this also comes in an Apex edition, which is really cool. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. And having said that, right now the Corolla sedan comes in a hybrid if you do want to go hybrid, whereas the Corolla Cross so far just comes the 2-liter 169 horsepower and 151 pound-foot of torque engine. And as for fuel, if you're going with the front-wheel drive Corolla Cross, it has a 47-liter tank, and if you're going with the all-wheel drive, it has a 50-liter gas tank. And no matter which model you go with for the 2021 or 2022 Corolla sedan, you will have a 50-liter gas tank. As for fuel consumption, the Corolla sedan burns about 7.1 liters per 100 on fuel consumption versus the Corolla Cross at a combined rating of 7.8 liters per 100. Now, if you've already been shopping around for a Corolla Cross or a Corolla sedan, you'll come to realize pretty quickly that the Corolla Cross does come with a little bit of a higher price tag when compared to the Corolla sedan. So the Corolla Cross starts out with the L front-wheel drive at $24,890 plus freight, PDI, and taxes, all the way up to the XLE all-wheel drive, which has a price tag of $33,990 plus freight, PDI, and taxes. And as for the Corolla sedan, well, it's a pretty drastic price difference. Corolla sedan starts off with the L model, which is your entry-level grade, at $19,450 plus freight, PDI, and taxes, all the way up to the most expensive of the Corolla sedans, which is the XSE at $29,050 plus freight, PDI, and taxes. Okay, let's get to dimensions, guys, the most exciting part. So the length of the Corolla sedan is 182.5 inches long. That's from back end to front end. versus the Corolla Cross, all new at 176 inches long, and that's from front end to back end. Yes, guys, you heard me correctly. The Corolla sedan is slightly longer than the Corolla Cross, believe it or not. As for height, well, the Corolla sedan measures at 56.5 inches high. And here's the big difference, guys. The Corolla Cross is 64.9 inches high, so that's quite higher, quite taller than its little sister here, the Corolla sedan. And as for width, well, the width of the new Corolla Cross is 72 inches wide versus the Corolla sedan at just 2 inches skinnier, so 70 inches wide versus 72. Not too bad. Now here's another big one, guys. The Corolla sedan has a ground clearance of just 5.3 inches compared to the Corolla Cross at 8.2 inches of ground clearance. Now I know I talked about hybrid versus non-hybrid options and all-wheel drive options versus just front-wheel drive options, but if you are stuck on getting a manual transmission vehicle, well, the Corolla sedan does come manual if you prefer, whereas the Corolla Cross does not. Both Corollas I just compared were LE models, so LE all-wheel drive, which is almost kind of like the mid-grade Corolla Cross. Corolla Cross starts with the L front wheel all-wheel, LE front wheel all-wheel, and then you can go up to the premium package and then the XLE. And as you can see here, this is the key fob for the Corolla Cross LE, and this is a smart key. So what does that tell you? The LE Corolla Cross does come with a smart key system, push button start, whereas this is the key for the LE grade Corolla sedan. Right here, guys. So in terms of grading, yes, I believe that the packaging is a little bit more stronger and a little bit more better when it comes to standard equipment, standard features on the Corolla Cross versus the Corolla sedan. Not that you can't feature out, if that's the right phrase, feature out a Corolla sedan. You definitely can, guys. The XSE, you got to check out the XSE Corolla. I haven't done a review on one yet, but I will soon as I can get my hands on one. That is a wicked Corolla sedan. Hard to say, but comparing against an XLE Corolla Cross, that would be a tough one, even though the Corolla Cross is larger. But you do have to go up a couple of packages and a couple of trims, at least to the S model standard, to get the push button start smart key system. So here's just me sitting inside the Corolla Cross. I'm going to tell you and show you actually how I feel when I sit in the Corolla Cross versus sitting in the Corolla sedan. I'm 6'2", haven't really positioned my seat too much. I kind of just sat in here and pushed it back. I'm very comfortable. I'm extremely comfortable actually when it comes to size and the way I feel inside this vehicle. Here is a shot of me dead on, and you can see from the headroom, shoulder room, there's plenty of it in the Corolla Cross. Let's take a look at how I feel sitting inside the Corolla sedan. Okay, well, I'm inside the Corolla sedan, and it's not that bad when you compare back to back. Yes, you can definitely tell for headroom, I don't have just as much as I did in the Corolla Cross, and also for shoulder room, I'm a little bit more tight. Maybe it's that 2 inches of width, but I'm a little bit more tight on the interior of the Corolla sedan than I am in the Corolla Cross. But again, I'm a big guy. I'm 6'2". For actual room in the vehicle, it's not that bad. But if I were buying one or the other in terms of space, I probably would right now go for the Corolla Cross, irrelevant of features and options and so on. Let's take a look at what I feel is the most forgiving in terms of space on the interior from the Corolla Cross to the Corolla sedan. Okay, and it's actually on the dashboard, guys. The dashboard and the center console here actually feels a little bit longer and kind of comes more outwards from the front of the vehicle, kind of towards the driver and passenger on the Corolla sedan versus the Corolla Cross. As you can see here, it's a very long and very forward or outward dashboard, which I'm going to show you again quickly, the Corolla Cross, and you can see what I mean. Like, it really kind of wraps around you, which is really cool. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, it feels in front of you like you have a little bit more less space on the Corolla sedan versus when you hop into the Corolla Cross. Okay, so just quickly, if you can see what I'm talking about here, this part from, let's say, where behind this multi-information touchscreen is to the windshield, it feels like it's a little bit shorter on the Corolla Cross versus the Corolla sedan, which gives you a little bit more of an airy feeling in front of you when you're inside the vehicle. However, the overall layout and I guess pretty much design of the Corolla Cross dash versus the Corolla sedan dash is quite identical, I must say. But this does feel a little bit shorter of a dash than the Corolla sedan, which definitely helps with the feel of the overall interior space. That's a wrap on this review. I hope it was helpful for you guys if you were trying to decide between the Corolla Cross and the Corolla sedan. And if you want to throw the RAV4 in the mix, guys, don't forget to go back and watch that RAV4 versus Corolla Cross video. You're not going to want to miss it. It's pretty cool. Thank you very much for watching this. I'm wrapping up this video inside because it started raining pretty heavy outside and I don't want to get my hair wet. So thank you very much. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up on this video and of course subscribe for constant cool videos and updates of your favorite Toyotas. Take care.